I like to call speed portrait drawing. And those who are artists are like, yes, and those who aren't are like, damn it. We have like 4 quadrants, if I can manage to do it. So when I say go, to draw each other. And I'm actually gonna paper and a pen. Yeah, we are. Different types of versions of you, how someone perceived you and drew you into the film. Okay.
So we really can see inside us.
From different places, and some are like, why am I here? What can I bring? But this process is maybe not about always knowing. So that's like my invitation. Does anybody else have any? Questioning. Only gonna be opening today, and then the next phase that we will invite you to is the closing, where you it's called diverge, converge. I don't know the Icelandic terms for this. And then I'm gonna read something, and you will be guided. If you don't like closing your eyes, you can also softly stare out the window. Close your eyes and take a few slow breaths. Allow yourself to arrive fully in this room, here and now, and get ready to travel forward in time. Imagine it's the year 2040. That's where you landed. Somehow you've stepped into a future where many of the challenges we face today have been met with courage, creativity, and care. It's not a perfect future, but a future that turned out far better than many people expected. So you are arriving to Iceland 2040 in the University of Iceland. Or what is this building even? Notice where you are. What's the weather like? What can you see around you? Walk around. Explore. What can you hear? What can you smell? Notice the creatures around you. Who is inhabiting this place with us? And how are they interacting? Is there something different than what you have come to know? You continue to walk around, and on your path you meet a recent graduate of the outdoor education program here in Iceland. This person is thriving. They are contributing meaningfully to the world around them. What does this person feel like? What kind of work are they doing? What does this person embody? What skills have been valuable? What knowledge? How do they relate to nature, to uncertainty? Before leaving, you ask this graduate, what was the most important thing this program gave you? You say your goodbyes, and you start walking back the same way you came. Again, noticing what you see, feel, hear, what's going on in this Iceland 2040. You walk back up the steps into your time machine. You put 2026 into the dial, and you fly back here. So slowly you can re-enter into this reality. Open your eyes, and without speaking to each other, take a pen and draw or write something that came to you. What is that? You have some trees on there.
Yeah. Not a bit blocked by the, like, we've solved most of the biggest problems, kind of. Like, there's going to be problems, but we solved a lot of them. That got me a bit stuck, because I felt like, for me, the core of education is like to enable and empower and teach people to do social justice in their practice all the time. And somehow I got stuck. I was like, it's going to be really different challenges if we have already taken care of most of the biggest problems. So I won't know what I want there to be. So it was hard for me to go. But then people pointed out it's only 14 years, so.
Yeah. Interesting. And it's also super fair to feel stuck, and some people's brains are also just more fertile in imagination than others. But I think it's also, if you're having a hard time imagining, that's also like a data point in how to design and facilitate, like, what did we call it? Learning design. Like how to, like if you're designing a program, this is a process in how to do that. And you start from the right to go to the left. So you start with the future, and then you go to the vision, the skills, the knowledge, the attitudes. Then you go to how do we test, how do we measure knowledge. Then we go to like the nitty-gritty, the actual, like what's in the curriculum and stuff like this. So we will stay here for now, and we'll start with the vision. So now you sort of imagine the future of a student, like what are their skills, knowledge, attitudes. So what vision does it need for this like program to have to create these students? And if you've never created a vision statement, a vision statement is it's the way to the change. So it's like to empower students to live in harmony with nature. That could be a vision. It's not like actually what we're learning, it's more like the broader. Does that make sense?
Create a space for a curious, confident, joyful nature teachers, learners with personal agency, and change maker skills that reflect on their experiences and can draw personal learning from them.
The mission is to inspire students to be agents for authentic outdoor experiences and learning for all children all year around.
Create an educational program that is driven by social and environmental justice in outdoor settings with a focus on care, community, self-efficacy, and biodiversity.
We want.
Yeah, bro, fine, ain't it? Yeah. That was sort of the gist of it, but it's to develop a confident, literate, curious problem solver committed to change, in tune with nature.
Yeah. What does 10-year, like if you graduated in after 10 years, like what are you using? Or like in 5 years? So that could be like a reflective question. So in your groups, you have these three, I'm going to show you on the poster. You have these three different areas that we want to cover. We're covering skills, we're covering the knowledge, and we're covering the attitudes. It would be lovely if it's like a one word or one sentence per post-it. It's easier to understand, easier to read, and it forces us to minimize.
Hvernig gengur frá verkefni og þá þetta, þú veist, þá smá saman líka ferði í þetta verður svona aftur.
Svo bara kannski, þetta kallaði líka umhverfisþekkingu. Ef þú ert með einhver verkfæri eða einhver tól að þú kunnir að nota þau.
Hugmyndir fyrir ólíkar námskeiðinar, innkennsstund, upphaflæði og svo mat, sem sagt útbúa
organization around sort of the society, or sort of how the sector was.
5 circa from each category, each group, that goes post-it that goes to the table. The rest can, I think, sorry, I love that you like the most, and then the ones with the most dots win.
I don't think that should go on as well. No. Inclusion, inclusive.
Trust.
I'm sorry, I can't. Pedagogy, learning to teach.
You want to stand there? You want to
Teacher literacy. Practical clothing.
Trust and respect. Skills, critical thinking and research. Svona hrifning og lífsgleði og hafa open-mindedness.
we say no to. And we're not only thinking about individuals, we're also thinking about the team, because we are always working in groups. So if you're taking in 12 students or 20 students, like what are the dynamics in that team? So it's both about the students and the team, and they're like must have, nice to have, me. And there's also this personal development curriculum. It's like the hidden curriculum, self-knowledge. I think that would also be in this one. And then we go into moving, like this one is leadership. And I thought I call the component title, this is maybe called just leadership studies. So leadership, there's an important skill to have in leadership studies, it's, you know.
Yeah, right.
Finna eitthvað svona dúr, svona bara...
Já, trefla. Svo fyrir við þetta í loki og hættum niður. Já, þegar Becca fór núna og alltaf í hjóla hringið í kring, en það er bara á Vífilsstöðum. Við kallum það hálkahelli. Já, í rauninni bara aðeins.
No, I did not.